Hey everyone, and welcome to the workload demonstration video. I first wanted to show you one of the easiest and quickest ways to get this information entered into Faculty Success. So when you first log into the system, you'll see here all of your activities. And to manage the activities for the faculty member you would like to enter the workload information for, you'll first go up here to the top left to Manage Data, and then in the drop-down under User, you will select the faculty member that you would like to edit their activities for. So now you see we are under Manage Data for the faculty member that we selected. And we'll now go under General Information to the Workload Information screen. And then from here, you'll want to click Add New. The academic year is going to be 2026. And then under the Teaching section, we will add all of the courses that are to be taught by the faculty member. So we'll do 3 as an example with a total of 9 hours for both the fall and the spring. We'll enter 0 overload for this faculty member, and we'll put 1 summer course for a total of 3 hours for the summer. So that will complete the teaching section. Next is the reassignments. So just copy in what we have on our example spreadsheet. I will enter 1 reassignment for research, 1 reassignment for administration, and then 0 for these others. And then lastly, under the reassignments, we'll need to put the reassigned total, and this is just going to be a sum of all of the reassignments. So in this example, it is going to be 2. And then next we have the service section, and this is just a drop down yes or no. So for service to USM, to profession, and to public, you'll need to make a selection yes or no for each of these. I know some schools require all of their faculty members to have service in each 3 of these categories, whereas some only require service to USM for teaching track faculty members, for example. So however your school guidelines are set up, you'll just match that here. And then lastly, we have the justification section. So if there are reassignments, or if we do have overload information entered for a faculty member, we'll want to put a quick justification, a sentence or 2 here at the bottom. So I'll copy and paste from our example spreadsheet. Because we did have those 2 overloads, we'll just put in a quick justification here. Or we did have those reassignments, so the reassignment justification here, and then NA for the overload. If you don't have any overload, you can also just leave that blank, but we'll type in NA for this example. And then that will complete the workload information panel for this faculty member. Just want to note that there is some of these question marks by some of the entry boxes, and that'll give you a little bit of information if you click on the question mark and kind of help you fill out if you have any questions. So then lastly, we'll just want to click Save, and then the workload information panel is complete for this faculty member, and then we can go back into Manage Data and select our next faculty member. Next, I wanted to demonstrate how you can get a report out of Faculty Success with all of your faculty members' W numbers if you would like to do so. So you can come up here to Reports in the top left, and then create a new report in the top right. We'll click on Export Data. For the date range, we will select yesterday and today, just so we can get a current snapshot of our faculty members. Under Groups to Include, we'll change this to go down to School, and we'll select our school. Under 3 Data to Include, we're going to go to Change Selection under Field Selected From. We're going to unselect the Include All. We're going to go to System Details and select all of these user identifiers. We're going to go to Common Items next, and under Common Items and Personal and Contact Information, just going to select the first, middle, and last name. That'll be it for now. I'm going to click Run Report, and then opening this report will give us a list of all the faculty members in our school with all of these WID numbers. So we can copy and paste all of these numbers, and we can paste those into the example spreadsheet, if you are electing to complete this process using our example spreadsheet template. Otherwise, you can just use the spreadsheet report that is generated to have a list and check through and make sure that all of your faculty members receive an entry for the workload information. But if we are going to use the spreadsheet upload template, again, you can just copy and paste. Now that we've copied and pasted into column A, we have all of our faculty members' W numbers, and we can actually just drag down the 2026 here to complete columns A and B for the year. And then for each faculty member by row, we're going to want to enter the information for each of these headers that appear here. So for example, we'll say this faculty member is teaching 4 courses, 12 hours in both the fall and the spring. We'll do no overloads, 1 summer course, and then we'll do 0 research, 1 admin, 0 grant, 0 buyout, 0 other for a total of 1 reassignment. And again, the total box is going to be a sum of all of your reassignments. And then for this one, we'll say yes for service to USM and no for the other 2. And because we did have that 1 reassignment, we can obviously put in a reassignment justification. There was not any overload in this second example here, so you can either leave this blank or type in NA. And then you'll want to complete this for all of the faculty members on the spreadsheet now that we have all of them listed out by W number. So I'm not going to fill that out for everybody here, but I am just going to copy and paste and bring this down so you can see what it should look like once you've completed all of the entries. And then the last thing to be very mindful of is this first example that we've provided. You're going to want to delete that row. So you can just go over here to the rows, click on number 2, and then right click and delete. So this will delete that first example and will leave you only with the faculty members in your school that we've now completed the spreadsheet for. And lastly, we'll want to save the spreadsheet, and then you can send that over to myself. Lastly, I just wanted to show how you can actually export the information out of the Workload Information panel. So if you were completing this one by one with managed data and you wanted to double check and make sure that you've entered the information for everyone, or if you've used the spreadsheet to be uploaded, you may want to go back and make sure that all of your entries are correct. And it's very easy to do that within Faculty Success. So we'll go back up here to the reports, create a new report, export data again, and then for the date range, we are actually going to select January 1st, 2026, just so it'll capture our full academic year from 25 to 26. For the groups to include, we'll again go to school, select our school, and save. And then in the field selected from, we will unselect include all, go to system details, we'll grab those user identifiers. Under common items and under personal and contact information, we'll grab first, middle, and last name again. And then staying under common items, we're going to scroll down a bit until we get to the workload information box, and we're going to select all of these. And then click save. So because this has not been entered quite yet, I'm not going to actually run this report. But once you've finished the process and have all of the workload information entered for each of your faculty members, you'll be able to run this report, and it'll give you a spreadsheet here with all of the workload information. So if you'd like to come back to this in the middle of the semester, or just again to do a final check and make sure everything was entered correctly, you can run this report. And then if you ever want to come back to this report, you also have the option to save and name the report as well, and save that, and then you'll be able to find this in the Reports tab and rerun it at any point. So thank you everyone for taking a moment to watch our workload demonstration video. I just wanted to mention that we, in addition to this video, will have a couple of more resources coming out. We're going to put together a document with frequently asked questions and then an explanation for each of the boxes in the information panel. And then lastly, I just wanted to mention that I will be in attendance at the next Council of Directors meeting on July 7th, just to answer any questions in person that you may have. So again, thanks for watching this video. We hope that it has been helpful and hope that you do not run into any issues when entering the workload information. But if you do, feel free to give me an email at john.amaker@usm.edu